Nationally, total inventory just finally ticked up a little bit year over year for the first time in over a year. So what about at a local level? What does that mean for the real estate market? We'll answer that in this week's real-time market report. Thank you for taking a few minutes to join us for our real-time market insights into our local housing market. My name is Scott Parker. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at John Green Realtor, and I'll be presenting some of our findings for this week. We published this report exclusively for our clients so that they can have a leg up. You cannot find this publicly. However, if you'd like access, just click the link or hit the button and we will put each weekly report directly in your inbox. So let's get in. Our main two discussion points that we're hitting on: new listings climbed, but contract activity climbed higher. So let's see how that played out. Here's the new listings for the 4 counties that we track, and you can see another steady uptick this week. This is the smallest delta between the 2019, which we're using as kind of our normal baseline, and this year that we've seen going all the way back to January. So this was a really good sign. But then we have the under contract activity, and you see inside the circle there, we had our strongest week of the year, really outpacing our 2019 normalized line. In fact, I had to go back to last August before I found a week with this high of contract activity. So listings climbed, but contract climbed even higher. So here's off-market activity, which represents active listings that decided to come off the market without a successful sale. The story here is the remarkable consistency at which homes are not coming off the market this year. Just week over week, it's the same number. They're selling. This is under contract versus new listing. So this chart and the next one are the ones that give you a feel for the overall balance of a market. In a normal market, we tend to see this number hover around 60%. So that means for every 10 new homes that will get on the market in a given week, we'll typically see 6 of them go under contract. You know, absorption rate, you can see in the graph, has been a roller coaster these last couple weeks. We were starting to feel like maybe things were normalizing after last week's data, and then it just shot right back up thanks to the incredible contract activity from this past week. Here we add in off market so you can see the total number of listings in the market relative to the total number leaving the market. And you can see in each of the past 3 years, we do start to spike as we head into late April. But again, a sharp contrast from what the data was about to tell us last week. And that's why it's so valuable for us to track these real-time indicators weekly and provide them to all of our clients. So speaking of real-time indicators, here's showing activity, and this graph gives us the best forward-looking indicator of where the market is probably going to go based off of today's showing activity, which will turn into contracts under contract over the next couple months. And you can see we had a huge spike these past few weeks, and it's leveling off, but at a pretty strong rate. It's important to remember that homes are selling quickly and often before they hit the market. So this graph doesn't even fully grasp future demand, because if there are no homes for an agent to show a buyer, then they don't register on this graph. So strong signs of future demand still remain, and for this into the foreseeable future. I like to add in a national side or two, one for context, but also because trends never start here in the Midwest. We're often a lag market, meaning that other growth markets tend to be a bit upcycle, so we can often glean good insights about what is ahead by looking across the nation. And here's the national look at inventory, and if you look at the bottom right of the graph, you'll notice a slight uptick, and that's the first week of increasing inventory we have seen in over a year. It's pretty remarkable. Typically, inventory hits bottom early in the spring and then kind of peaks late summer. We skipped a seasonal cycle this past year. The slight uptick may be a sign of heading towards normalization in the upcoming weeks nationally. Here, though, just not the case yet. I chose Naperville so you could see things at a slightly more local level than the 4 counties, and you can see the inventory number still heading down. So still not quite what we're seeing on a national level. Still red hot inventory levels have not gone up. They continue to go down week over week. So to recap, new listings climbed up a bit, which was a great sign, but contract activity climbed even higher, putting us back into kind of red hot levels of absorption and market movement. So if you're thinking about selling your home, you remain in a window that is more optimal than any we have seen on record. Thanks as always for joining us. If you're thinking about selling in 2021, you want to have the leg up, we are happy, again, to put these market reports directly in your inbox. You can sign up for free at jgrmarketinsights.com. Also, we have a proprietary tool called a buyer market analysis. In conjunction with Zillow and Realtor.com, we actually, not only can we show you what your home is worth on an automated valuation, but we can also show you exactly how many people are looking for a home just like yours online. Pretty cool. If you'd like a free buyer market analysis, you can find that at homevalue.johngreenrealtor.com. So thanks again for joining us, and hope you have a great week.